In the world of Naruto, Sage Mode is one of the most overwhelming powers, yet only a handful of shinobi have ever mastered it, just 6 throughout the entire story up to this point. By nature, Sage Mode is the essential state required to use Senjutsu. The user must absorb natural energy and harmonize it with their body and spirit, the two elements that form chakra. Only when these three sources of energy reach a perfect balance can Sage Mode be activated. However, this process is extremely dangerous. Even the slightest imbalance causes the practitioner to instantly turn into stone. A clear example of this is when Pain once absorbed Naruto's chakra. Because he mistakenly drew in natural energy, his body immediately stiffened into stone. This demonstrates that even someone as powerful as Pain could not recklessly control such energy. To master it, a ninja must undergo rigorous training in stillness, maintaining a perfect union of body and spirit. Success depends on more than willpower alone. A practitioner must meet two conditions: possessing vast chakra reserves to avoid being consumed by natural energy, and having unwavering determination to endure the harsh training. That is why only ninja like Jiraiya and Naruto, both known for their immense chakra and indomitable spirit, could attain this power, as Master Fukasaku once emphasized. There is, however, a unique case: Jugo. Due to his innate constitution, he can naturally absorb energy from the environment, but his lack of control often drives him into violent rages. This peculiarity inspired Orochimaru to research and eventually create the Cursed Seal, a form of borrowed power derived from Jugo's body. Thanks to the Cursed Seal, many ninjas such as Sasuke and the members of Taka could amplify their strength, even if they never truly mastered Senjutsu. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Jugo proved his importance when he supported Sasuke in creating Sage Susanoo, enabling them to stand against Jinchuriki Obito. His massive chakra reserves even shocked the Raikage, though Jugo ultimately fell short. If he had been able to control his berserk states, he might have become one of the most terrifying characters in the series. Sage Mode is not merely a technique. It is a gateway to power that transcends human limits. Those who wield it can completely turn the tide of battle. And next, let's explore the 6 characters who successfully unlocked this legendary power. The first to appear in Sage Mode was Jiraiya. He used it in his battle at Amegakure against Pain, the leader of Akatsuki. The image of Jiraiya with the 2 elder toads, Fukasaku and Shima, perched on his shoulders was both unusual and awe-inspiring, creating an unforgettable fighting style. Yet he faced limitations. His face and body would transform upon activation, and the transition into Sage Mode took considerable time. This showed that even a legendary Sannin found true mastery of the art to be extremely difficult. Nevertheless, once Jiraiya entered Sage Mode, his power skyrocketed. He could swiftly close distances with Pain, unleash a massive Rasengan in the blink of an eye, and strike with overwhelming force as soon as he engaged. His taijutsu also received a huge boost. One kick was enough to shatter the body of Pain's human path. This marked an incredibly impactful debut for Sage Mode. Unfortunately, his opponent was simply too powerful. Even so, Jiraiya managed to take down 3 of Pain's bodies on his own. Moreover, Jiraiya had an advantage that Naruto later lacked. He could combine forces with the 2 Toad Sages to perform unique cooperative jutsu. The wide range of techniques available to him allowed his use of Senjutsu to be far more versatile and dynamic. The next inheritor of this power was Naruto. Unlike Jiraiya, Naruto achieved perfect Sage Mode without any bodily transformations. His unique approach involved using shadow clones to gather natural energy beforehand, then dispersing them mid-battle to instantly replenish his reserves. Thanks to this clever tactic, Naruto could maintain Sage Mode seamlessly during combat, a strategy that was both intelligent and highly effective. The image of Naruto with the summoning scroll on his back became iconic. Within Sage Mode, he developed new Rasengan variations, such as the Big Ball Rasengan and the Rasen Shuriken. While he did not possess as many jutsu as Jiraiya, Naruto explored multiple ways to harness the Rasengan's potential, giving him unmatched adaptability in battle. When combined with the Ninetales chakra, Naruto's ability to absorb natural energy accelerated drastically, enhancing the precision and destructive force of his attacks. This synergy made him one of the strongest sages in history. Another figure who mastered Sage Mode was none other than Senju Hashirama, the first Hokage. In his legendary battle against Uchiha Madara, he could activate Sage Mode instantly with just a hand sign, as the markings around his eyes appeared immediately. Hashirama's ability to absorb and control natural energy far surpassed that of Jiraiya or Naruto, to the point that he could fight Madara while maintaining Sage Mode flawlessly, without the slightest difficulty. This alone justifies why he was revered as the god of shinobi. The series never explicitly explains where Hashirama learned Senjutsu, but it is likely he mastered it at the Shikotsu Forest, the home of Katsuyu, Tsunade's contract summon. If Jiraiya trained at Mount Myoboku and Kabuto at Ryuchi Cave, then Hashirama's connection to Shikotsu seems fitting. This also explains why his sage markings differed completely from those of Jiraiya or Naruto. What is truly remarkable about Hashirama is his ability to enter Sage Mode mid-battle, without requiring prolonged preparation. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, He even employed sage art, Shinsu Senju, the deity gates, summoning colossal wooden structures capable of suppressing the Ten Tails itself. Proof that his mastery of Senjutsu exceeded Naruto's at that time. Even Naruto was left speechless, muttering that it was no laughing matter upon witnessing such overwhelming might. Techniques like wood release, true several thousand hands further confirmed that Hashirama had pushed Senjutsu to a limit few could ever dream of reaching. Alongside Hashirama, Minato, the fourth Hokage, also possessed Sage Mode. However, unlike Hashirama, he rarely used it in actual combat. Though Minato could enter Sage Mode, he struggled to maintain it because absorbing natural energy was too complex, and the duration was extremely short. This reveals that even a genius like Minato had to concede limitations before such a power. During the battle 16 years prior, when Obito attacked the Hidden Leaf, Minato never used Senjutsu, relying solely on his Rasengan and Flying Thunder God technique, which were more than enough to confront his opponent. His fighting style emphasized speed and strategy, meaning he did not heavily rely on Sage Mode. It wasn't until the Fourth Great Ninja War, in his clash with Sage of Six Paths Madara, that Minato attempted to unleash Sage Art, Rasengan. Yet before he could strike, Madara severed his arm, preventing Sage Mode from leaving any lasting impact. Minato himself admitted he rarely utilized this power, and thus could not compare to Naruto. Interestingly, Minato's body did not transform at all when he entered Sage Mode, unlike Jiraiya. This suggests that the quality of Minato's Sage Mode might have been even more perfect than that of his master, though he never fully tapped into its true potential. Because of this, fans often wonder, if Jiraiya and Minato fought side by side in Sage Mode, who would truly be stronger? Beyond these figures, another wielder of Sage Mode was Kabuto, once the right-hand man of Orochimaru. Unlike his master, whose body was unsuited for absorbing natural energy, Kabuto succeeded where Orochimaru could not. After years of rigorous training, Kabuto attained complete mastery of this power. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, he treated Sage Mode as his trump card, a testament to his confidence. Indeed, in his battle against Sasuke and Itachi, Kabuto in Sage Mode demonstrated overwhelming strength. He resisted both brothers Susanoo and even evaded the Arrow of Light, an attack so fast, Sasuke believed it could only be narrowly avoided through afterimages. Kabuto's sensory abilities were terrifying, striking fear into Sasuke, while his regenerative powers prolonged the fight, making Sage Kabuto's power comparable to Naruto's at that time. In his Snake Sage form, Kabuto also exploited serpentine traits, eliminating blind spots with enhanced vision and rendering himself nearly immune to genjutsu. Combined with the wealth of abilities he had acquired from Orochimaru's experiments, Kabuto's arsenal of techniques was even broader than Naruto's. If not for Itachi's immortal Edo Tensei body, Kabuto might have defeated him outright, and without Itachi's assistance, Sasuke likely would not have survived either. This proved beyond doubt that Sage Mode was truly a terrifying power. In Boruto, new characters emerged who could also use Sage Mode. One prime example is Mitsuki, the son of Orochimaru. The mere fact that Orochimaru had a child shocked the shinobi world, and it was even more surprising that Mitsuki, despite only being a genin, could already access Sage Mode. Although he did not acquire it through rigorous training, but rather as the result of Orochimaru's experiments, Mitsuki still proved himself to be a natural-born genius. It seems that, since Orochimaru himself could not master Senjutsu, he placed all of his hopes into his son. Like Kabuto, Mitsuki belongs to the Snake Sage type, but unlike Kabuto, he lacks extraordinary sensory perception or the additional experimental techniques. Moreover, Sage Mode puts a heavy strain on his body, and Orochimaru once warned his son not to overuse it. Because of this, Mitsuki cannot sustain the form as frequently as Naruto. Still, his potential for growth is enormous, and there is every possibility that one day he could surpass Kabuto. The final character is Kashin Koji, the mysterious member of Kara. It was later revealed that he was, in fact, a clone created from Jiraiya. The appearance of a clone Jiraiya shocked the entire fanbase. Even though he was a replica, Koji could still summon toads, use the Rasengan, and of course, wield Sage Mode. What made him remarkable was that, thanks to Amado's scientific enhancements, Koji perfected what Jiraiya never could. He no longer required the assistance of the two Toad Sages, Fukasaku and Shima, but instead absorbed and maintained natural energy entirely on his own, much like Naruto or Minato. In other words, Kashin Koji achieved a perfected Sage Mode, one that did not deform his body and allowed him to sustain the power independently. In this regard, Koji even surpassed Jiraiya himself. And with that, we've explored everything about Sage Mode and the characters who have mastered this extraordinary power. Each wielder has their own strengths, but now the question is, who do you think is truly the strongest sage in the Naruto universe? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss together. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.